Today I'm going to show you how Inktober week 3 went. It was a bust. I did get the first day done, and then I managed to figure out that I needed a bunch of pendants, 50 of them, for the Down East Marketplace store. So I was in a crunch this week for my ink. So what I did was I did this full sheet on Yupo paper with my alcohol ink. I did a really funky design, and I cut them all out, and then I hand painted or hand drew on every single one of them an ink design. So each day I posted, and you can check it out on Instagram, my days, and each day I did 4 of them for the entire week. And you can see here, this is basically what I did for the whole week. So I ended up with a total of 50 pendants when I was done, and then I used art resin to seal them. So if this is something that you think you would like to see, this type of class, I do have one class already for alcohol inks, and I give you some different options, but they're with glue, and then I have a YouTube video about the resin. But I'm thinking about doing a full class on just this kind of look with more of a Zentangle and main scene all combined. So if you think you're interested in something like that, leave me a comment down below. Alcohol ink pendants, and I will know that you are interested in possibly having a Skillshare class for that. And at the end of the week, I actually finished up my latest Skillshare class called Alcohol Ink Zendoodle, and this is a really fun one. I want to give you just a little portion of one of the lectures here, and I'm also going to give you a 2-month free link so you can actually take my classes for free. So stick around to the end of that, and I'll give you that information. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where I have new videos every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you click that subscribe button and click the little bell, and you'll never miss one. For our first section, we're going to explore the different colors that the Ranger inks can actually make for you. So we're going to start with a small piece of Yupo paper just to do a practice on. And you may have seen these before. I've used them a couple of times in some of my demos. This is a actual water brush pen. So usually you use these with watercolors, and the top twists off, and you normally would fill this with water. But I'm going to fill it with alcohol today. And we're going to screw that back on nice and tight. Now if you squeeze this, you can get the alcohol to run out the top here, so you can really control how much alcohol you want to use. And they do have 5 different sizes on this, and they're called a water brush pen. So I'm going to be trying here, just want to show you the difference between pebble, slate, and pitch black, just so you can see all of the yummy colors that are actually in these. And you may have experienced this yourself, but I wanted to give you some options. This doesn't have to necessarily be pitch black when you do yours. You can try different colors, and this is just going to be my little test strip here. So I put a dot of that pebble down here, and you can see it's almost a greenish color here, a little olive. And as I make these little circles here, you can see as this spreads out, the color lightens up a little bit. So I have a tissue over here on the side here. I'm just going to wipe this off. And you can see now where I've got a little peachy color and a little bit of blue in there that's happening. I continue to work that. And you can see where it does stain the paper here, and it's leaving it blue, which is kind of a really pretty color. It's almost like a really light baby blue. I'm just going to continue making these circles. Now this is still obviously wet, but this is how you can get those very faint lines towards the outside. So where you have the initial amount of ink, it's going to stain your paper, and as you tend to blend that out, you will get some lighter shades with that. So let's try now the slate here. We'll go ahead and put just another little dot in the center here. You can see I'm not using a whole lot of ink for this. You can get a lot of color. It really spreads out. And of course it depends on how dark or how light you want your painting to be. So again, with that circular motion here, I'm wiping off the excess paint. And if you want to leave that dark in the center there, you would want to skip over that. Try not to lighten the entire area. Now I can see this is very gray, and again I have a little bit of that baby blue in here, and it's more of a pink rather than that peachy color or salmon color that we had in the first one. Again, really pretty colors all from that, and you can see wherever I touch that towards the outer edge here, that really lightens it up. And the staining seems to be blue again in the center area there. So as I lighten that up and towards the outside, you get more of a pinky color. Let's just get a close-up. We'll do a little snapshot here for you so you can see the colors close up. Look at all those pretty colors in there. Isn't that amazing? Whew. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and try some pitch black. So we'll grab my bottle here. I got to be careful because I have my top already off of this. We're going to, once again, put another little dot down here. Very little paint because this will really go a long way. And let's start that circular motion again. So it still looks gray, black. Let's wipe off a little bit of that excess here. And I'm going to squeeze that brush at the top there, and you can see where this is how easy you can clean those brushes off. Just squeeze it and the alcohol will run down to the front there, and you can clean those right off. And when I was saying that they do have 5 sizes, it's the brushes on the end, so they get a little bit bigger, and they have some finer tipped ones. So let's do the circular motion again. Now look at the colors in this one. It's more gray and blue once again, but it's totally different. You still have a little bit of that pink in there. Kind of similar there, a little bit to the slate, a little bit more so, but you get a little bit of that deeper blue in the center where that black is staining. And then you can still get that lighter shade of blue in there as well. So that just gives you some ideas, and you know what's really cool about this? You could try this with all your different colors and see what kind of variations you get with your paints. It's kind of a fun little test strip to do on all of your paints to see what you have. Now if I go back, this one is dry here, and again try to just do some circular motion. You can see how you can lighten that up, and once again you still have that main color of blue in there underneath, but it's more of a peach. So all 3 of those are very similar but slightly different. Now, if you're interested in taking the full class, I do want to mention to you guys that Skillshare actually has a fabulous program going on right now where you can get 2 months for free. So I have, for example, 28 full classes up on Skillshare now. So within that 2 months, you could technically watch all 28 of my classes before the end of the 2 months for free. And then you can choose to cancel at that point, or you can continue on monthly subscription or a yearly subscription at that point. So head over there, check that out. I'll give you guys a link here up at the top right hand corner, and you can check out the full class of the Zendoodle. And I would love to have you in class, and I really can't wait to see what you guys come up with for your projects. So thanks. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you give us a like and a share, and we'll hope to see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great week, everyone.